Now. Hoyovers.
We're a tribe of warriors. In ancient times,
Oh
we were
yeah,
responsible for
you
patrolling
we
and
are
defending
going
all
to
of
the
Latin.
Feather Clan. Oh yeah.
So Ochcon still managing to sow discord even
Kusaurus.
after all these years.
If you want to resolve a conflict
Jaska.
through dialogue, sometimes you need a third-party
Oh, she can fly! I knew it. I knew it that the feathers for the Feather Clan they can fly. Oh, the Masters of the Night, but he looks cool.
His spirit has gotten lost and can't find its way back.
Come on,
to his
Auroran, show your
body.
gameplay.
I just want to rescue someone. And
The Shadow of the Nightwing. Oh, beautiful dinosaur.
500 years later, and it's resurfaced again.
Huh?
I worry that we risk repeating the mistakes of the Cinder City.
Is that like an old Dragon Civilization series?
As long as the soul is involved, I should be able to help.
My Chakasu looks... By the way, I just read that. Chaka's playing with a revolver. A huge revolver. Oh my god.
Time to say hello.
Knock him down.
Knock him down, baby.
It's either your end or mine!
Oh, we're dropping, boys!
Before the final moment truly arrives, we must fight harder than ever.
Tapestry of Spirited Flames. Oh, okay, Citlali is in the... Yeah, in the cover. Alright, so supposedly we're not going to get an Archon quest in this patch based on the special program from 5.0. 5.0. Blah, blah. By the way, the code is here for those who want. Okay, I don't expect exactly what to expect. How long have you been streaming? I've been streaming for like the beginning of this year, often, usually like 4 days per week. At least I'll try. But okay, I'm curious about this. Look at the dino! Look at this dino! It looks cute! I don't think you can see my mouse. No, well, too late.
Hey travelers, welcome to the Genshin Impact version 5.2 special
Hello!
program. I'm Gabe from the Loke team.
And I'm Kai. We meet again. Whoa.
Yeah, just a little reminder. The BA strike, it is still occurring on the US. So, what the hell? Okay, never mind. I thought I saw something weird. Yeah, so the currently US is on strike, and currently the voice actors cannot do any work because strike are supposed to be disruptive, which a lot of people I don't know why they don't get it. And yeah, right now there's the strike, and right now BAs cannot like be present to do this special program, so it's just two people, these beautiful people doing the work, this is just people who work behind the translation. I say this because there were people who were rough to them last special program. Guys, it's not all of them. They're doing their best they can with whatever they had. Keep in mind that this strike is happening because they don't want... They're fighting so they are not replaced by AI, which that's the reason why. So that's why we have something like this, that just two innocent, or at least I hope, people doing their best to do this special program. Okay, so don't be angry at them. They're doing their best.
Cuckoosaur, want to join us?
Hey, don't be shy. Come
I'll say
out
the
and
baby
say
one wants to
hello.
look that cute.
I'm not sure what that meant, but it was adorable.
Oh.
She approves of your compliment.
Hey, I didn't know you could speak Saurian.
Oh, I can't. But I can make an educated guess based on her body language.
Whoa.
I didn't even see backwards. It's going to be for Feather Clan.
This one?
Adult cuckoosaurs are usually very proud creatures, but there are always exceptions.
Well,
Oh shit, yeah, the Stream Elements thing saying that I'm going to do security with 100%, it is true. But where's the goal? I need to remove it. Sorry for annoyment.
Since our Kukusaur
Or it
friend
is-
kicked
yeah.
things off for us, I know just the place to start. The Flower Feather Clan.
All right, let's do it.
Oh yeah, baby.
Kukusaurs live among the Flower Feather Clan, which is suspended high above the mountains. This is a tribe of warriors, and most of their people can command the power of the skies. It was the Flower Feather
It looks so
Clan's
cool.
ancient duty
Oh,
to
Ifa.
patrol and
I
safeguard
can see
the
her- I
entire
see his,
region of Natlan. As elite
poster,
special
yeah.
forces, their job was to detect threats, disseminate intel, and quickly neutralize any dangers to the nation. Though the circumstances are different now, the tribe never forgot its origins. They still hold trials to assemble the fastest teams in the tribe. The trials test the pilot's skill and
PC's
teamwork with the
loading.
Kukusaurs.
Oh, I'm so pumped about these Kukusaurs.
Yeah, Kukusaurs are the proudest out of all the Saurians. They know that they're the kings of the sky.
Oh, I can't wait to,
Kukusaurs can
to fly in
consume
this game.
phlogiston to climb higher or perform a horizontal roll in midair. Holding the sprint button allows them to enter an accelerated glide state after a horizontal roll. In addition, they can even use phlogiston wind tunnels to quickly cover great distances.
Okay, so I'm assuming
Oh,
that
you really want to
Kukusaurs are
play?
really
Yeah, I want to
hard
play.
tame.
Ah, it looks so cool.
That's true. You need to prove yourself in some worthwhile feat, like demonstrating exceptional archery skill during flight. That's the only way to become a true Kukusaur rider.
Wow, that's so strict.
Yeah, tell me about it. But okay, now that we've got a glimpse of the Flower Feather Clan, it's time for a quiz.
What?
A quiz?
Already?
Yep.
Why?
I hope you're prepared. Every tribe in that land has a unique way of communicating with their Saurian companions. The members of the Flower Feather Clan use a special item to summon their Kukusaurs. What
I
is
don't
that
know.
item?
Among Us.
A basket filled with their favorite foods?
Here's a hint. We just saw the answer in the previous video.
Oh, I remember
Ah.
now. Horn.
Ding ding ding!
Wow, if I
Kukusaurs
use your
live far
quiz,
from the tribe and from each other.
I will be like,
So in order to summon
yes,
them,
this
the
is
tribe's
this is the
people use
answer.
whistles and horns to produce loud noises. So there's your overview of Kukusaurs. Maybe they
Alright,
sound
thank
a
you.
little unapproachable compared to other Saurians, but don't worry, travelers. If you get into a tough situation, then Chaska, the Flower Feather Clan's
There
expert
she is.
peacemaker, can help mediate the conflict.
Knish
La Red
mentioned
Amante.
that her
Amante?
method of mediation
What a
is
curious last
silencing
name.
both parties. Is that true?
Well, that's only in special cases. Most of the time, Chaska barely needs to intervene. Everyone knows what she's capable of, so people usually find a way to set aside their differences when she shows up.
Oh, so she doesn't just handle conflicts between humans and Saurians. She keeps the peace between people too.
Wait, what?
Exactly.
I thought that was always the
Chaska
case
was
with the
corrupted
humans,
by
humans,
abyssal
not
power
humans
as a
and
child.
Saurians.
So she has a strong compulsion to fight, but she knows how to rein it in.
Right. I heard that she was abandoned as a baby. It seems like she's been through a lot.
Yeah, but luckily for her, the Kukusaurs took her in and raised her as one of their own. In addition to hunting and flying, Chaska gained a lot of unique combat experience from her Saurian childhood. When Chaska is in your party, defeating monsters will restore phlogiston to your party. While
Oh,
she's in the Night Soul's blessing
there
state,
it is.
Chaska can ride and control her gun like a
Oh, the
Kukusaur.
flying gun.
The Soul Sniper doesn't just increase her
Oh my
movement
God.
speed and resistance to interruption.
Soul
It
Sniper.
also allows her to get a better angle on her enemies.
Wow, that mid-air perspective is so cool. It seems so liberating.
Yeah.
Wow.
And Chaska's fierce when she's in the zone. In the Night Soul's blessing state,
What's she
Chaska's
gonna do?
normal attacks deal animo damage to enemies in front of her. Unleashing a charged attack in this state will cause Chaska to enter a special aiming mode. This allows her to lock onto a set number of
I thought she was
enemies
about to
within
spam the
range
amount of
and fire
bullets
up to
that appear on the
6
screen.
Shadow Hunt shells, which deal animo damage upon impact. In
Okay, she's
addition, for
DPS.
every pyro, hydro, cryo, or electro character in your party, one of
Oh.
Chaska's Shadow Hunt shells will undergo an elemental conversion to deal
Okay.
the corresponding type of elemental damage.
Okay, I
Whoa,
like it.
No way! So Chaska can directly deal other types of elemental damage based on the characters in her party. And since she's an animal character, she can swirl them at the same time. That's awesome!
Yeah, I know, right?
Alright,
Elemental
oh,
Burst
wow.
has a similar function too. Chaska fires a gale-splitting Soul Seeker shell during her burst.
What a
which
cool,
deals
what a
animal
cool burst
damage.
animation.
The attack then splits into 6 Soul Seeker shells, which continue to attack nearby enemies. These shells can also undergo elemental conversions.
That's so cool. No wonder she's one of the strongest warriors in her tribe.
Oh, her idol
Speaking of her
animation.
tribe, the warriors from the Flower Feather clan are formidable for sure.
I still need to do the
but we should
Shilonen
also
one.
shed some light on those who aren't as skilled.
Maybe maybe I should
talking
actually stream
about
it
the
before
wingless?
5.2.
That's what the tribe calls people who fail the flight trials, right? They're the challengers who fail to earn the recognition of a Kukosaur.
Oh
Exactly.
wow, that's
But the name doesn't indicate that those people are weak or deserve to be cast aside. The Flower Feather
Yes.
clan has its own definition of strength.
yeah. Look,
There's a
At
tacit
least they
understanding
do
that the
humiliate
wingless
each
are
other.
supposed to be protected until they can fly by themselves. But that assumption is challenged in Tribal Chronicles Tlalocan. Someone will
Tlalocan?
dare to ask, what if you didn't need a
What
Kukosaur
would
to fly?
Postly?
If you could change the rules, then maybe there wouldn't be any wingless to begin with. Now, whether that's the right path is for us to discover. Chaska will also be there to help us find the answer. So, be sure to check out Chaska's Tribal Chronicle if you're interested in what
I really need to
happened.
do Shilones
Is
one.
there anything else that you can tell us?
Other like all
Remember how I mentioned that Chaska was raised by Kukusaurs?
Yeah, tell us about it.
Her Saurian mother will
Okay,
make
let's
an
go.
appearance in this quest.
Oh what?
Even though she's joined human society, Chaska still goes to visit her Saurian mother on
Oh,
occasion.
wow.
Especially when she needs some help with a tough situation.
Okay.
Oh, so Cheska still has
Not
this
what I
soft
expected.
side, even though she's a fearsome warrior.
Definitely. The Flower Feather clan is also the setting for the Archon quest Chapter
Oof.
5 interlude.
Okay.
All fires
interlude?
fuel the flame. The tribe is facing a crisis.
Wait, what an
and
interlude?
they'll need the traveler's help to find a solution.
What kind of crisis?
Well, the Flower
Huh?
Feather clan suffered the worst of the abyssal contamination during the battle in version 5.1. It's not just the human body that can't withstand high concentrations of abyssal power. For most people, it also damages the mind. Many members of the Flower Feather clan
Oh.
are suffering from the mental repercussions of the abyss, and the tribe is in desperate need of aid.
Okay,
Beyonce
but she has
will
a
be
cool
there
design.
too. After rebuilding her own tribe, the
Mutota.
Collective of Plenty, she's traveling around Natland to help those in need.
The people.
Alright, I
of
think this is
Natlan
the moment where
really
Yatsa
value
is gonna have
unity, don't they?
protagonism.
No one fights alone.
Right.
That's one of my favorite things about Natlan. Oh,
Oh, Capitano.
wait. It looks like the captain will also be there.
Yes, the captain will also offer help to the tribe. You may pick up on some interesting information if you pay close attention to what he has to say. The captain rarely gives away too much information in his regular interactions,
Huh?
but his
So should we-
secrecy
should-
here
should we be
seems
worried?
a little peculiar. So keep an eye out, but of course, restoring Natland's fighting spirit remains the top priority. After all, the war isn't over yet. The abyssal contamination is still around, and we have a very important battle ahead. Natland needs mental fortitude more than ever before.
Flower
Okay.
Feather clan is pretty close to the Masters of the Night Wind, where the Ictomosaurs live. That
Ictomosaurs.
tribe could be another good place to recover from the battle.
Oh yeah, let's check it out.
Now?
If you head west,
Alright, one moment before we continue. Okay, so that makes sense now. So we are still gonna get a new Archon quest, but it's an interlude, which we haven't got one since Sumeru with in 3.3, I think. With the one where Skara Sucia deletes his memories from the Herman Soul, and also from everyone else's memories. Everyone's memories. I cannot speak English anymore. Blah blah blah. Okay, makes sense now. Why they? Okay, I was about to be surprised. Like, okay, what? Archon quest? But it's an interlude. Okay, so the Act 5 is actually going to be in 5.3, not in this version. So they did not lie. They just skipped the part. I missed the part where 5.2 is going to be an interlude quest. Okay. Okay, I'll take it. I mean, I sometimes do prefer more the interlude quest as the Archon quest, or even the Dainsleeve quest, so I'll take it. Also, Capitan is going to be there, so of course something has to happen. Something curious is going to happen. Alright. I'm excited for this. Let's continue.
From the Stadium of the Sacred Flame and go past the towering walls, you eventually arrive at the settlement of the mysterious.
Gotta say, I taken screenshots from this part of the game, and there was no buildings. This part was empty. Like, there was the most bare bones area. There wasn't even bridges. Like, they didn't even bother to add a little teaser for this. They just strip everything.
Mysterious Masters of the Nightwind. The tribal settlement offers a unique glowing landscape at night. If you venture even further, then you might encounter the tribe's Wath Ictomisaur Elder, or one of the many shamans who can communicate with spirits. I even heard that
I love the Masters of the Nightwind.
Help cleanse your spirit. Plus,
It
the
looks so
graffiti art is really incredible.
Yeah, I
In
love
fact,
it.
There's something special about this one. Can you figure it out, travelers?
It's a beard.
It's kind of tricky, right? Well, don't worry. The Ictomisaurs can help us out. Ictomisaurs are known
I
for
knew
their
when I was going to
wisdom.
video
They can use their unique sight
gameplay.
to detect things that can't be seen through
I
normal
knew
means.
it.
Whoa, okay.
Right. Ictomisaurs are especially skilled at detecting ley lines and phlogiston. They can absorb power from phlogiston objects
Oh,
to enhance
they have
their
wings.
abilities. Doing so allows them to jump higher,
Ah,
move
okay.
faster, or even obtain surprising rewards.
they're
Ictomisaurs
just a
can
speed
also
movement.
extract information from graffiti art to create
And see the things that the
special
human eye
objects.
cannot see.
Oh, I bet that'll come in handy for solving puzzles.
Definitely, especially
Okay.
in Tribal Chronicles Mictlan, which will
Mictlan.
become available in version 5.2. The first two acts feature a lot of intriguing puzzles, so be sure to check them out, travelers.
God, I can't wait to
Some
explore
of
the
them
area. I
will
love
require the help of
exploring
an
the engine.
Ictomisaur, and others can be solved on your own.
I noticed that Ictomisaurs can perform fast-paced jumps when they have enough phlogiston, and it looks like so much fun. Do we know anyone who can use that ability?
Of course,
Besides
Auroron.
the new Saurian, I mean.
Yes, Auroron can do it too. Like the
But he can
Ictomisaurs,
levitate.
Auroron has the ability to rise into the air. He also has a keen sense of perception. While charging an aimed shot, Auroron will enter the
Ah.
spirit speaker state, allowing him to extract power from Natlan's graffiti and runes.
Speaking of Aurora,
Graffiti enemies.
I was honestly super surprised by his personality. Before the 5.1 Archon
There you
quest,
go, the
I
ma-
thought
the
that he
mask,
looked
the
like a
shadow of the
stern,
Nightwing.
stoic and harsh type of character.
I'm Auroron.
But as it turns
Auroron,
out,
the
he's
shadow of the
just a sweet
Nightwing.
kid.
Yeah, it's kind of unexpected.
I'm curious about
right?
him. I
Is he
guess he's
really
going to be
that
4-star,
sweet,
which
though?
would be weird, but
Just think
I'm gonna
about
guess
all
he's
the
4-star.
sneaking around behind his granny's back.
Ah, true.
The tribespeople of the Masters of the Nightwind are known for being eccentric, but Auroron really takes it to the next level.
Yeah, it sounds like he does things his own way. I wonder if that extends to his combat abilities.
It does. Auroron is a bit different from the Natlan characters with Nightsoul points. He doesn't need to
flying
depend on the Nightsoul's
squirrel.
blessing state to gain
Oh.
Nightsoul points, and he can maintain the Nightsoul's blessing state even while he's off-field.
Oh,
Ah, that does sound different from the other Natlan characters. So how do his abilities work?
Let me start by explaining how Auroron gains Nightsoul points. This can happen in multiple ways. For example, Auroron can gain Nightsoul points when one of his party members triggers a Nightsoul burst.
oh.
He can also gain them when other party members deal Hydro or Electro attacks to enemies.
Oh,
after
there's a charge
Auroron
character,
unleashes
okay.
his elemental skill.
Oh, then it sounds like he works well with Hydro and Electro characters.
Okay.
Yep. And in combat, when enemies take damage from Electro
Fatal,
charge
let's go.
reactions or other party members deal Nightsoul aligned damage, Auroron can consume Nightsoul points to enter the Nightsoul's blessing state and trigger the Hypersense effect, dealing Electro damage.
Oh, I see. So you need to pair him with the right characters if you want him to gain Night Soul points, enter the Night Soul's blessing state, and trigger the effect.
Exactly. Though I should mention that Auroron doesn't need to be on the field to trigger the
Oh,
Hypersense
nice.
effect.
Wait, he can trigger it even while he's off.
So he's some
field?
DPS.
That sounds really useful.
Totally. His elemental burst provides a convenient way to deal damage and
Oh, wow.
support your party. Auroron performs
Super
an instant
laser
ritual
piss!
with his burst to summon a
Well, you said
supersonic
super
Oculus
triple
with
laser
tons
piss.
nearby enemies to draw them in. Once they're up close, the Oculus releases a sound wave to deal damage.
That should be great for crowd control.
Yes, with Auroron in your party, dealing with large groups of enemies should be a lot easier. And speaking of making things easier, Auroron can also improve the exploration experience by boosting the gliding speed of your characters.
Awesome.
Nice.
Auroron really cherishes his friends. With a little teamwork on his side,
Ooh,
I'm
Pyro Clue's
victory
there.
will
Thank you for the
always be
clue.
within reach.
I'm going to forget it.
Cool. So we introduced two of the upcoming regions in this update, the Flower Feather Clan and the Masters of the Nightwind. But there's more. Version 5.2 actually introduces another new region. It's called
Hell yeah.
Ochkanatlan.
I
Ochkanatlan.
think we caught a glimpse of
Is that
this
like a-
ancient
oh.
city when we were looking at the Flower Feather Clan. It's really beautiful from far away.
It looks different from
but
the
those clouds
from the
look
we got
kind
in
of
game.
ominous.
The
It looks
the
completely abandoned.
the
Is it
placeholder.
dangerous?
Yes.
It looks
is
like there's a lot more
restricted
things
area
that they
in
showed it
Natlan
from
due
afar.
to its severe abyssal contamination, and it seems uninhabited. Over the years, many adventurers have come here in search of treasure or to slay the dragon. Unfortunately,
dragon?
none of them have ever returned. The Flower Feather Clan often sends riders to patrol the area and to prevent people from getting too close.
Wait, did you say
Yeah,
slay the
dragon. Please
Yeah.
elaborate.
I know we introduced some adorable saurians earlier,
Oh.
but this creature is actually really terrifying.
Oh.
It occupies this ancient city and guards it fiercely. If it detects
Is he the
an
new
intruder,
boss?
then it will attack without hesitation.
Okay, that's pretty concerning.
It's easy to take human-saurian coexistence for granted these days.
Oh, I
but
love the.
it actually took
Like the-
generations of effort to reach this point.
I don't know if you hear the
This
background music, but it sounds like
relationship wasn't nearly so
a somber
harmonious in
version
the
of
ancient past.
the Atlas theme.
Travelers will need to explore Ochkanatlan to uncover the reason behind this dragon's rampage. Of course,
There's going to be a lot of
travelers
lore
won't
about
have to do this
Atlas
alone.
dragons.
Here,
I'm pretty
Take a
sure.
look.
Oh, what's that?
That's not
This is a
Pojito.
very important companion who will help us explore Ochkanatlan. His name is Kokoweek. As
Kokoweek.
for his power, well, why don't you take a guess?
Okay, is he our moral support?
Nah, that's
You know,
Paimon.
Maybe he could make a cute noise.
Which
every now and
she
then,
does it very
cheer us
badly.
up.
Hey, let's not put our Tapetlasaur friend out of a job. Little one works really hard.
Okay.
And also, yeah.
Then I've got nothing.
Remember how I mentioned that Ochkanatlan is heavily corroded by the abyss? Well, that's where Kokoweek comes in. We can
Ah.
use his power to clear abyssal contamination.
But we can do
Follow the
it.
direction indicated
Unless
by
he
his
has a
light
stro- a
to collect
stronger
secret source scraps
Gl-
and enhance his power.
Gleaning.
Once Kokoweek has enough power, you can take him to track down the evil dragon.
What a useful little guy.
Yeah, so this is gonna be
I
just
know,
a
right?
straightforward boss.
Now,
It's
travelers
gonna
can
be
explore
unique.
Ochkanatlan with two companions,
Little
Kokoweek and Little
Pojito.
One. In fact,
What's the
I've
name
heard
of my
there's
little one?
even a special token around here that can enable Little One to traverse a volcano. A new adventure with Little One awaits in version 5.2. This update will bring us one step closer to
I love
uncovering
the
the mysteries
Plesiosaurs.
of Little
They're
One's
so
past.
cute.
Familiar saurian companions can also help us explore Ochkanatlan. For example, with the help of a Kaholasaur, we can evade source mechanism attacks. With the help
Oh,
of
with
an
Morlani.
Ikomisaur, we can solve certain puzzles. With
Oh,
the
with
help of a
Ororon.
Kukusaur, we might even be able to chase down the evil dragon.
Oh, with
But we'll leave
Chaska.
the rest for you to discover, travelers.
Wait, are those some kind of lava fish? Does this mean we can fish in Natlan?
Oh yeah,
Yes,
fishing.
but I've got some friendly advice, travelers. You should be very careful while exploring Ochkanatlan. Some of the
Why didn't
abyssal
they do the
monsters
fishing
here
in
can
the first
distort their
version, if
appearance
I
to mimic
know?
powerful enemies. High-level monsters such as the Tenebrous Papilla can mimic even
Tenebros
stronger
Papilla
enemies.
or Papilla.
It looks like these monsters take the form
Okay, he's
of
the.
plants
Is
outside
he
of
the actual
combat.
boss?
Yep, that's true. The Abyss has corroded Natlan's ley lines, allowing these monsters to read the memories inside of them and mimic creatures from Teyvat.
Yeah, is it the one that
How
we
do
fought them
defeat
in the?
Travelers will
in
need to
Act
use
4?
elemental attacks to break the enemy's protective void wards. Doing so allows them to take damage and causes them to enter a brief state of confusion. Night Soul aligned elemental attacks are especially effective against these wards.
Wow,
Of course,
the
physical
Abyss has
out
gotten
of
so
this.
Advanced. It's scary to think about how much harder these fights will get if these abyssal monsters continue to evolve.
Yeah.
Okay, that was a lot of information to take in at once. But before we take our first break, we still have a couple of short
Okay.
announcements. Really
I
short,
was
I
ready
promise.
to write the code.
First up, limited time
Okay, of
exploration
course.
rewards will be available in version 5.2. Just like in version 5.1, travelers can earn up to 400 extra Primo Gems, and the rewards will be available all the way through version 5.3. It's now time to introduce the event wishes.
Oh, yeah,
In the first
okay.
half of version 5.2, travelers can
Okay.
look forward to event wishes from Chaska and Link.
I don't really want to
Auroron
get
will also
Chaska, but
receive a
hey,
drop rate boost.
if you can get,
And
if I
in
can
the
get her
second
while
half of
getting
version
Auroron, that's
5.2,
cool.
We'll have returning event wishes for Zhongli
I
and
really want to know
Violet.
Violet,
The
but
weapon banner will feature
I have to
one
skip
5-star
him.
bow, Astro Vulture's Crimson Plumage, and 2 new Netland specific 4-star weapons.
Oh,
Be sure
nice.
to check them out if you're interested.
All right, it's time for our first break.
All right.
Once we come back, we'll dive right into the event portion.
Alright, it's looking pretty good in the next version. I'm so glad that we're gonna have a quest like that is important to the story of Natlan, because when they mentioned that we are not going to have a quest for 5.2, I was like, oh no, the code for those who wants to copy paste. But fortunately, we're gonna have an interlude quest, which again, I tend to like them more than the Archon quests. But I think interlude quests are Archon quests. Well, I tend to like interlude quests more than the Axe ones. So I wonder what they're going to do in here, because they tell us what's going to happen, but I still don't know exactly. If something crazy was going to happen, or is a setups or something. Oh, they're so cute. I like them.
Welcome back, travelers.
Oh,
Welcome
see.
back. Let's dive straight into the event section.
Wait,
So
2
in the
weapons?
first
Ah, no.
event, we'll
One
get to
weapon
learn
and the
more about
inner five
Masters of the Nightwind.
That's right. In the version 5.2 event, Ikitomi Spirit-Seeking Scrolls, travelers will team up with Citlali and Auroron to get to the bottom
Ooh.
of a mysterious accident that occurred.
So that's why
within
she's
their
literally
tribe.
running to
Travelers
the.
will need to complete combat
the
challenges to
cover?
defeat enemies who try to disrupt the ritual. They'll also need to reconstruct scenes from the tribe's woven scrolls and gather lost spirits scattered throughout the region. Travelers will only be able to uncover the truth if they collect all the clues. But don't worry, there are also various rewards to earn along the way, including Primo Gems.
Wait!
Ooh, I
Sorry.
really like the vibe of this event. It looks like Citlali is performing some kind of ritual. It's also
Citlali, my
mysterious.
precious
When a
girl.
situation gets tough, it's Granny to the rescue.
Definitely.
Citlali and Auroron have some really fun dialogue in this event.
I'm always grabbing the popcorn
I love
whenever
these two.
these two interact. They're practically a two-person show. And speaking of fun, let's get into the event gameplay. First up is the Search for Lost Spirits minigame. Travelers will have to work together to herd the scattered roaming spirits into specific zones.
Oh my god, this is
to
just
earn
like
points.
that
Pay
one
attention
powerful
to the
minigame for
conditions on the
Blue
field
Penguin.
If you want a higher score. For example,
I'm pretty sure that's gonna be a very
travelers can
obscure,
jump on
or
stone
somewhat of
slabs that
obscure
appear on the
reference.
field. These slabs will break open and release even more
Oh
spirits.
yeah, I even forgot the name of the
Storms may
minigame.
also appear during the game. You can track down spirits more effectively if you pay attention to the direction of the storms.
In Evil Banisher, travelers will
Of
need
course,
to
the
select
defining
right teams
minigame,
to
let's go.
complete the objectives. Completing all of the objectives will award you the Banishing Aura, which allows you to
Jessica looks
deal
so cool with that
AoE
giant
damage
revolver.
by spraying paint at enemies.
That paint really matches the Masters of the Nightwind's aesthetic. It's super cool.
Yeah, and so does the Spirit Loom in restoring fragmented records.
Ah.
Citlali will use
Okay.
her powers to reveal
No,
special
no minigame that I
fragments.
expected
Travelers will
to see
need
it
to piece
in
these
game
fragments together
for this
and
type of
assemble
event,
them
but
on a
sure.
woven scroll.
Make sure that you pay attention to the order and positions of the fragments. Oh, there's something else that we should mention.
The free
Travelers can
sword.
obtain a new 4-star sword by completing this event.
Can I see the stats,
The
please?
design definitely fits the Masters
It
of
looks
the
so cool.
Nightwind.
I hope the
It
sword
looks
is actually
like
very
some
good.
kind of ceremonial artifact.
I totally agree. Oh,
I hope this
and
is for-
event
for-
will allow
for-
travelers to learn more about Natlan's secrets.
Citlali,
For
but
example,
honestly, I think
this
she's gonna
quest will
be.
reveal new clues about
Huh?
a mysterious and legendary place. in
Body!
Wow, we've been hearing about
Body
this
Jibody!
place since Mondstadt. It'll be nice to get some new information. On
Please.
a related note, the Adventurers Guild has
Ah.
prepared a new trial for its members.
That's a really official
Adventurers
order,
have been
okay.
invited to take on
That's the most
challenge,
common thing to see.
including the Traveler. Travelers will need to complete various challenges with designated characters and fully leverage their skills to earn rewards. I know you're up to the challenge,
Guys, this is only
Good
like
luck.
not one
Amongst that
characters.
related news, the Knights of Favonius are conducting a war game to improve security tactics in the region. And who better to test these tactics than the Honorary Knight? Be sure to pay close attention to the game, since the format has changed this time. Travelers will need
I remember
to
these
select
events,
combat
not gonna
units
lie.
and stratagems to deploy against the
Oh,
opposing
I
formation.
remember. Yeah,
Once
I
the
remember
lineup is
now.
set, the monsters will
Not
fight
a huge fan of this
automatically.
one.
Available combat units and stratagems are completely
Wait, it's
random,
gonna be multiplayer?
just to build some unpredictability into the wargame. The chances of encountering elite combat units
Yeah, I think it's gonna have
increases as the
multiplayer.
wargame progresses. Even more elite monsters will be available for travelers to use. It's a volatile environment, so do your best to win as many rounds as possible, earn wargame medals, and collect the rewards.
All right, let's keep the excitement rolling in this next event. We actually have a demo, so please take a look.
That's something
Oh,
I'm
looks like they're
this
selecting
is
tactics.
necessarily excited
Double
for see.
damage? That
I'm
sounds
not gonna
powerful.
lie. Oh, TCG.
Whoa, it's automated. Cool. The elemental reaction effects are completely different.
I don't know how much that's changed.
This
TCG,
brand-new
like
heated battle mode
I only
is
play
called
like
Automatic
for the first two
Artistry.
versions of the game,
Powerful
TCG.
support cards have been added for nearly every
And after that, I don't know how
elemental
much that's changed.
reaction.
How
Use
much
cards that
the meta
align
has
with
changed
your
with adding
strategies
more
to trigger
characters,
powerful elemental reactions.
new
The
cards,
effects will change depending on how
gameplay
you
changes. I
play.
don't know anything.
In addition, the overall gameplay is very laid back. Characters will automatically duel each other, and skill animations are now shorter in length.
Wow, it's like we got a whole new Genius Invocation TCG after coming back from Natland. Talk about whiplash.
That's right. Even if you've never played Genius Invocation before, I really recommend checking out this new gameplay mode in version 5.2. The new version will also bring a few updates to regular Genius Invocation TCG.
I really like the
You
art
ever
of the
feel a
cards. It's
little
so
cooped up while
good.
you're playing card games? Well, don't worry
So
about
good.
that. Our next event will give travelers the opportunity to enjoy the great outdoors.
Great
In
outdoors.
Core Convoy, travelers will need to help Lamia track
Short
down some
watch
adopted
dodge grass.
animals. Travelers will be able to see the animal's point of view by using a special tool.
Oh,
Once you've
you
managed to
play
deduce their
an event like
location,
this before?
you'll be able to track them down. Once the animals are
Yeah.
safe and sound, travelers will receive a gift from the mysterious figure who adopted them. I feel like Auroron would really shine in this event.
No.
He's definitely an
Hotao?
animal lover.
What is a figurine of
I
Hotel?
can see that. I'm sure that he would jump at the chance to meet animals from other nations.
Yeah.
Finally, the Leyline Overflow
Oh,
event
yeah.
will return in version 5.2. If you need Mora or character EXP materials, then keep an eye out.
Alright, let's dive into some updates and game
Oh
optimizations.
yeah, one of
First
these
up is
updates
the
I'm
change
really
the
excited to see.
Imaginarium Theater. Previously, travelers would be returned to the theater lobby after completing a challenge and have to reopen the Fantasia Tome to continue. Travelers provided feedback that this setup interrupted their experience.
Don't be too much
this will
because
no longer
I like
be
to
the
stuck
case
with the
in version
characters
5.2.
for the ones
Now,
that
after finishing a battle,
for the first time
all
being
you need
the
to do is click next act if you want
the
to keep fighting.
Imaginarium teaser.
Nice. Travelers can now enjoy the thrill of combat without any interruptions.
Oh sure,
And
that's
for
fine.
all the generous travelers who like to configure supports for their friends, a supporting caster record has been added in the new update. You can now check which friends have borrowed your supports by looking at the supporting cast
cool.
screen.
Cool. It'll be nice to know that our supports are helping people out.
Yup. Oh, and the party configuration mechanic has also been optimized. Besides the elemental
There's
filtering,
filters!
the Imaginarium Theater will now feature recommended row icons, elemental statistics, and markers for the main types of
Oh yeah,
enemies.
now it's gonna start to
That
mark
is
like
so
what character
helpful.
is main
I'll
DPS, sub
occasionally put together a
DPS,
random
and
team
support.
if I've just started experimenting with some characters.
My
but
main
this
DPS,
information should
main
make it a lot easier to form
BTS,
strategic teams.
BTS.
These
Oh,
markers
what
will
the
display key
DPS?
information on how to counter enemies, but in a much more
He's going to
prominent
suffer with the
position.
sub DPS
Hopefully,
category.
this change will make it easier for travelers to form the best teams.
Yes. Now we can directly see which elements work best against specific enemies. That's definitely going to save some time.
For sure. And we can expect even more optimizations
Like
in
the
future as
elemental
travelers
buff?
continue to provide valuable feedback about
Are you
their
gonna talk about it?
experiences.
Please?
Okay, let's introduce the other system optimizations
Oh, yeah, this other one.
coming in version 5.2. You can now sort 5-star artifacts in your inventory based on when you obtained them, from the most recent to the oldest.
No, not what I
Second,
cared.
The animations for crafting materials, forging weapons, building furniture, and cooking dishes are now shorter in length.
Nice.
Really nice. The dev team designed a lot
There's a
of
glitch. There's a glitch that you can just
animations
close the
for these
game when,
features,
uh,
but it can
like,
feel a bit frustrating
very
when you have
quickly
to
when
watch
you
them over
hit
and over
the
again.
craft.
There will also be several
So you can skip these,
optimizations for the Serena teapot.
the
The seed
animations.
dispensary can now hold more of every type of seed. You'll be able to purchase wood at the Realm Depot in exchange for Realm
That's a
currency.
very good thing.
In addition, the cooldown for the boon of the Elder Tree will be reduced
Ooh.
to 5 seconds.
Nice.
This way, it will be easier for travelers to collect wood.
Awesome.
Also, the
I've
notepad,
been
I don't
meaning
remember.
to use some cool replicas in my Serena teapot, but I'm always short on wood. So this should be really helpful.
Very helpful. You
Nice.
can get
I'm
wood
so
very easy
excited
with
for
this.
ya. Oh, and optimizations have been made to artifact locking. The updated lock
Okay, this is the one I
assistance
care.
interface will allow you to configure lock settings with a single click.
Never mind,
Just
that's the
hit
other one.
Use recommended settings and you're set. The recommended set lock plans will
That's
even
not the one.
update
Never mind, never mind.
automatically based on popular in-game configurations. Of course, if you have your own ideas in mind, then you can always disable the recommended plans to configure custom ones instead.
The update also allows you to batch lock artifacts in your inventory based on the recommended general lock plan and set lock plans. This will make it much faster to organize your inventory. In addition, a shortcut button that navigates to the lock assistance interface will be added to the artifact
I mean, I
domain
guess not a bad
challenge
thing, but
screen
not
and the
the thing
artifact
that
acquisition
gets me
screen.
excited.
This should make it easier for travelers to configure their locking rules whenever they want. A star feature will also
So,
be added
this
next
is
to the
the one.
lock button on each artifact.
That's going to be a little more
Travelers can use
easier to
this
see
feature
what
to mark their favorite
my-
artifacts and filter
ones
by
in
stars
the-
to quickly track them down.
secondary
Finally,
builds. Yeah,
treasure
that's what I was
compasses will
searching.
now be able to locate even more
That one,
treasure
the one I'm
locations,
really excited for.
including Sealies and time trial
That's
challenges.
also a really good change.
A quick swap feature will also be added for treasure compasses and Oculus
That's
resonance
also another
stones.
great one.
Enabling this feature will allow travelers to more easily use these devices across regions. The feature will automatically switch to the compass or stone that corresponds
Oh yeah,
to
we
your
want to get a
location
compass in
the
this version.
game.
Now that I think about it.
Awesome.
Be sure to check out
Let's
future
go.
announcements for more details on the version 5.2 optimizations.
All right, that was a lot of info, so this seems like a good time for our second break.
It's
Technically-
time for the third redemption code.
Third break, but yeah. Alright, so this version looks pretty good. Oh no, JavaScript. Looks pretty good. I don't know if we're gonna have a lot of content to enjoy. Like the patch that we currently are in. But it looks pretty good. It's looking pretty good. I'm excited for this one. Oh, the Didos, the little Didos. Didos. Hey. Let's skip a little bit. Because we're just at
What else do we have
we're
on
at
the
the end.
agenda, Gabe?
We have some very exciting news to share. After the version update on
Oh
November
yeah,
20th,
Geshin on
travelers will
Xbox.
be able to play Genshin Impact on the Xbox
Trevor,
Series
look,
X
I'm the-
and
I'm the
S.
Xbox
Log
hardcore.
into Genshin Impact on Xbox Series X and
Oh.
S consoles to receive the Wind Glider Wings of Fate's Course Intertwined. Additionally,
I
Xbox
see
Game
it?
Pass Ultimate members can play Genshin Impact via cloud gaming.
Can I see it?
They'll also find extra rewards in their in-game mailbox.
Oh, then I'm gonna be
Awesome.
playing Genshin on Xbox for
All
for
right,
for,
that
for a
should
little
be
while.
Everything. That means that we've reached the end of the special program. Is there anything that you want to say before we go, Kai?
Yes, I'm really looking forward to all the new characters. Chaska and her weapons seem really incredible. I'd love to see how her travel chronicle unfolds because she has such an amazing personality. And Auroran seems like a very layered character. The storytelling is definitely going to shine. What about you, Gabe?
Yeah, I'm just so excited for players to experience more of the Natlan storyline, and we have so much to explore this time. I mean, 2 new tribes and a new area.
God,
as
I'm
well.
so excited. I've
And
been wanting to explore
one thing
more.
I've always loved about Genshin
I was
Impact
disappointed
is
that
how
5.1
it's
wasn't
multi-platform.
explorable.
Like, I'm always logging in on different devices depending on where I am, so it's just exciting to see another platform become available for everyone.
Yeah.
And
Where's the Switch one? The one that was announced way
I
before
hope
the
you have
Xbox.
fun with the new version, travelers.
Bye.
Bye.
Boy. Alright. Things looks pretty good for this version. I'm so excited for this. I am seriously curious of playing Genshin on the Xbox, so I'm gonna be playing it for a little while. Not streaming it from there, but I'm gonna be playing it there for a little bit.